As someone who spends every single day helping other people build and launch their no-code apps, it's very rare that I find myself telling people why they should not build and launch no-code apps. That said, I also like to take a very realistic approach because if you go into something like this, becoming an app entrepreneur without the right expectations, you can find yourself in a bad spot later on. And that's why in this video, we're going to talk through 3 specific things you need to know and just be okay with before you make the ultimate decision to pursue app entrepreneurship. One of the reasons a lot of people pursue app entrepreneurship is because launching an app-based business is one of the most scalable business models there is. In other words, your business, your app-based business, can grow and increase in revenue without the expenses or the time spent, the money spent growing at the same rate. When you compare that to, let's say, a service-based business where you have to have consultants, for example, who are helping the customers that you serve, well, you can only really scale so much as the capacity, right? Or the number of hours you have in a day. But an app-based business is very different because you can take a one-to-many approach. You can have one app that in a personally hands-off way helps many people. So the business model is very scalable. But don't confuse that with the business model not taking work to be successful. So building and launching an app-based business, growing and maintaining an app-based business. This is in no way a set it and forget it venture. You are going to have to put in work, certainly up front to build the app, to launch the app, to gain some initial traction. But you're going to have to put in work just like with any other business as you try to grow, maintain, and manage it moving forward. Yes, the model is different, and yes, there is more potential for scale without as much input from you or from others compared to other business models, but you are still going to have to work. So if you're looking for something that you can just kind of set up and then forget about it while it runs in the background, this just isn't that. Now, the good thing is if you are happy to put in the work consistently over the long run, then you can scale an app-based business without as much input. So without as big of a team around you, without compounding expenses like you might see, for example, if you were to try to expand a physical business. Anytime you want to expand, you have to buy a new location, and that's another very big expense. Or if you had that service-based business, anytime you want to expand maybe to a different location, well, you have to have the infrastructure for that, right? With an app-based business, it's different. You don't need all of that. Yes, you can certainly pump a lot of money and a lot of time in order to grow, but you can have the opportunity to scale a lot more easily with an app, a digital product, than many other business models. All right, so let's move on to the next big thing you definitely want to keep in mind before you take another step forward. Building an app and launching an app-based business is going to require you to learn new skills. Now you might be thinking, well, obviously I'm gonna have to learn how to use no-code tools so I can build my app in the first place. But this is a really common misconception I see. Understanding how to use a no-code platform is in absolutely no way the only skill that you're going to have to develop in order to launch your app-based business. Yes, you of course are going to have to do that, but you're also going to have to learn development methodology and best practices. Platform aside, how do you actually go from idea to users? There are a lot of steps involved in that, and there's a lot of strategy involved in that too. So you're going to have to learn and understand that. You're also going to have to learn marketing skills, right? You're going to have to actually find users and bring them to you. You're going to have to learn sales and operations skills. You're going to have to learn how to grow a business. So if you take out the no-code aspect of it and you just envision building, launching, and growing any type of business, regardless of the model, think of all the skills that you would have to learn in order to do that. you're gonna have to do the same with your app as well. Now, is this a bad thing? Well, no, of course not. I mean, if you develop these skills, the really great thing is if your first app idea maybe doesn't pan out how you envisioned it, well, you can take all of these skills and apply them to a different idea in the future, or maybe many ideas, right? It's completely up to you. But this is a bad thing. The need to develop, to learn all of these skills, it is a bad thing if you don't expect it going in and if you don't want to commit the time toward doing so. And beyond just wanting to commit the time, realistically, are you going to? Right? I mean, for some people, this is not even a question. They know that no matter what it takes, they're going to put their app out there and they're going to just put everything they have into growing it. But for other people, that might not be the case, and that's okay. It depends on you and your goals and your priorities. But you have to understand coming into this that it's going to take developing new skill sets. That is going to involve pushing you outside of your comfort zone in a number of different ways. So if you are comfortable learning how to use no-code tools, great. But are you comfortable with learning how to do user outreach and have conversations publicly and promote yourself, right? Are you going to be okay truly stepping outside of your comfort zone in all these different areas? You want to consider this and make sure that when you're moving forward, you're committed to developing those other skills. Okay, let's jump into one more thing you need to consider before moving forward. You are going to have a really hard time succeeding with your app if the way in which you go about doing so is by copying others. Becoming an app entrepreneur previously had a very high barrier to entry, right? You had to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on wireframes and initial product development, all the different things, and you either had to get very heavy investments or you just had to have a lot of money that you were okay putting into an idea. But with no-code tools and the expansion of no-code tools, that's really quickly changing. Anybody can become an app entrepreneur if they want to. We help plenty of people every single day who have no tech skills, right? No app development skills whatsoever, build and launch custom apps themselves. Anybody can become an app entrepreneur. And that's why if the way in which you go about aiming for success with your own app is by copying others around you, your app is just going to be lost in a sea, right? Lost in a sea of many. A best practice with business development and growth in general is to differentiate yourself versus copying the competition or other solutions in your market. Because if you're copying others, then the only way to compete with them generally is just by charging less. And when you charge less than those around you, you're really just in a race toward the bottom, right? It's very hard to succeed and build a sustainable business in that way. And so what you really want to do is differentiate yourself in some way. You want to solve a problem in a way that is better or different in some way for your target market, right? This is business 101 just in general. But I really want to emphasize that when it comes to an app-based business in particular, and especially when using no-code tools, because as more and more people come into this space and start building solutions, the reality is a set of features with an app is actually very easy to copy. Right? If you see an app, literally any app that you pull up, you can look at what the features are, and then you can just replicate those. That's just kind of the reality. And so the way to be successful moving forward over the long run and in a sustainable way is by differentiating yourself. So make sure that you are finding holes or gaps with the solutions in your market. Don't just look at what others around you are doing and try to copy them. Figure out what you can do better and or differently and move forward with that, because That's what's going to help you grow over the long run. Now, you might be asking why I'm kind of including this as a warning for a reason as to why you should not be building a no code app. And really, what I'm getting at here is that building an app and growing a sustainable business takes intent. It takes focus. It takes work. You cannot just come into this space or come onto a no code platform, have another app that you want to copy, and put it out there and think, well, they're doing it and they're successful, so I'm going to be successful too. That's just not the way it works. You have to be intentional. You have to be focused. You have to be mindful of what your market needs, what your market is lacking, and what you can provide differently and better. And that's how you succeed. Now, are there other things to consider as to why you should or shouldn't become an app entrepreneur? Well, sure, of course there are. But to me, these three things are kind of like make it or break it factors. Either you are okay with these things and you will move forward, or you analyze, right? You really think through this and you're not okay with them, and maybe you figure something else out. Now, if these are less of a turnoff for you and more so things that get you even more excited for what you're doing, then the next step to take from here is to head to coachingnocodeapps.com/workshop to join in on a free extended training that's going to walk you through all the big steps you need to plan for and consider as you head forward into becoming a successful app entrepreneur. So we're going to talk through things related to app strategy, development strategy, overarching business strategy. So head to coachingnocodeapps.com/workshop to join in on that, and we'll hope to see you there.